afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Tuesday. Susan's still here with us.
Still here, day
2 days in a row.
Day two.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Busy day today, so let's get right to it. 5 years after a workplace shooting at Paradigm in Middleton, we see what changes emergency responders have made to deal with similar situations.
President Biden and Ukraine's president take the stage at the United Nations. I'm Michael George with their message to world leaders.
And the Wisconsin Department of Justice puts out recommendations for sexual assault response teams.
Let's take a look outside. After a wet start to the day, the turkeys are out.
Now, you were driving to Platteville today, and it rained hard.
It was pouring rain near Mount Horeb for a while.
And now this afternoon, it's beautiful outside.
Yeah, warm and some more rain chances. Greg's in the backyard with the details on that.
Yeah, we're going to have more rain chances than we've had it earlier today, but it won't be a couple days till we see something that we saw like last night or this morning, too. Otherwise, right now, we're not seeing much of anything. That's all pushed off to the south, so radar is looking fairly quiet right now. Overall rainfall mountains, we've had a good swath of 3/4 to almost an inch in certain areas. Madison picked up a little bit under that, but overall, pretty beneficial rainfall, but not everyone saw it. But definitely areas south of the Dells picked up something, and it was a wet morning commute. Otherwise, where the sun has peaked out, we're all the way up to the mid-70s to the west, where we've just gotten the sun here in Madison more or less in the last few hours. We're getting up to close to 70, so all in all, not a bad September day, too, as we look at overall temperatures zooming in. Pretty much warmer to the west side of the county because they've actually had the sun come out a little bit earlier than we've had before. So that's really, for the evening hours, we're looking at big picture-wise, the rain that actually pushed to the south. There's a little bit of a boundary just to the south. We've seen showers and thunderstorms continue to develop in Iowa. That's what we're kind of tracking. That could be coming up later tonight, maybe lifting a little bit further towards the morning commute. Won't be anything like we saw this morning, but that is there, and more cloud cover probably this evening with that high clouds begin to push over. So if you're walking your dog, minus missing the puddles that are still out there, should be fine evening with dry conditions, and the winds will start dropping off too once the sun starts setting, getting back down to about 62 by about 9 p.m. Overnight lows, upper 50s to 60, quite mild for this time of year. With the rain probably more or less for southern Wisconsin, far south of Madison, we'll see that coming in to the picture. Later on the broadcast, we'll break down which could be a wet week, first weekend of fall, as it approaches this weekend at 1:50 a.m. on Saturday.
I got to do a walk this evening. We couldn't do it this morning in the rain.
Exactly.
They wouldn't go. All right, Greg, thank you. On this day 5 years ago, 4 people were injured in a workplace shooting at a Middleton office owned by the company Paradigm. More than 350 first responders raced to help Paradigm employees after the first shots were reported inside the building.
4 of the officers risked their lives and encountered the gunman. They were engaged in a shootout, and the gunman was killed.
Now, 5 years later, many changes have been made in workplace preparedness training.
Our Kyle Pozorski joins us live in Middleton with what's been done to prevent these types of incidents. Kyle?
Mark and Susan, business leaders in the Madison area took the events of that day very seriously. Many made calls to the emergency management team hours after it happened to get their staff trained on what to do. Today I spoke about that day with Carrie Meyer of Dane County Emergency Management and Jocelyn Longley, who is a deputy and emergency preparedness coordinator. When I asked Carrie about how much has changed since the Paradigm shooting, she tells me it's greater partnership in the community.
In my opinion, we've all we saw it happen right here in our community, and we recognize that this isn't just about public safety, but it's our entire community stepping in and helping one another.
Changes were made in communication and training, all after assessing what went well and what didn't on that day. Emergency management now works with partners throughout the county, updating procedures and learning from other agencies throughout the country, all to ensure events like this never end in death. Coming up at 5, we'll go deeper into these changes and actions business has taken to help in the partnership to avoid heartache. In Middleton, Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now.
We will see you at 5, Kyle. Thank you. A Florida man was arrested in Platteville after Grant County Sheriff's officials say he stabbed another man. Investigators say the two got into an argument in the 5500 block of Southwest Road. That's when the suspect stabbed and cut the victim multiple times. The 45-year-old was arrested, but he has not been formally charged. Officials have not shared any updates on the victim's condition.
About a week after the city hosted an open house at the future site of the Madison Public Market, the future of the project could be in jeopardy again. As of July, the estimated budget for the project was $12.5 million, but when the project was put out for bids, the lowest bid came in at $1.6 million over budget. That means the Common Council will have to come up with even more money to keep the project alive.
When we have a project of this magnitude and the different industry challenges with materials and supplies and things like that, we often can see different numbers kind of come in this way, in a varied way.
And tonight on News 3 Now at 6, we'll hear from one potential vendor for the public market and how the market will impact them.
After an increase in sexual assaults in Wisconsin, Attorney General Josh Kaul announced recommendations for how communities can run sexual assault response teams, also known as SARTs. SARTs already exist at the local and state level in Wisconsin, and they provide many services to victims of sexual assault. The new recommendations recognize that there may be a difference between obtaining a criminal conviction and what the victim defines as having achieved justice.
Obtaining conviction can be is critical to keep our communities safe, but doing it in a way where we take a victim-centered approach, we're providing support to survivors, helps ensure that survivors of sexual assault are getting the true justice that they deserve.
The recommendations are meant to provide a roadmap to ensure a consistent victim-centered response to sexual assault, resulting in a safer Wisconsin for all.
Well, recently a study showed that using chemical hair straightening products more than 4 times in a year was associated with a 2.5 times higher risk of developing uterine cancer compared with those who didn't straighten their hair. The study also raised the concerns of increasing health disparities because black women used chemical hair straighteners more often than women of other races and ethnicities in their study, with about 60% of women who reported having their hair straightened in the previous 12 months being black.
Maybe they start them at younger ages, they continue them through longer ages, right? There can be differences in exposure based on who is using these products and who is using these products more frequently.
The most common symptom of uterine cancer is vaginal bleeding after menopause, and so if that ever happens at all, even one time, one day, that warrants a call to a healthcare provider. Both President Biden and Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky made their case on the world stage for continued support for Ukraine in its war against Russia.
The speeches at the United Nations General Assembly come as the world is growing weary of the war, and some lawmakers here in the United States are questioning whether it makes sense to continue funding Ukraine's efforts.
Michael George reports from the UN.
Russia alone bears responsibility for this war.
President Biden is vowing unconditional support for Ukraine.
The United States, together with our allies and partners around the world, will continue to stand with the brave people of Ukraine as they defend their sovereignty and territorial integrity and their freedom.
In his speech to the United Nations General Assembly, the president touched on a wide range of subjects, from climate change to the tense relationship between the U.S. and China.
We seek to responsibly manage the competition between our countries so it does not tip into conflict.
For the first time since Russia's invasion, Ukraine's president appeared in person in front of the gathering of world leaders, trying to rally support as nations grow weary of the conflict.
President of Ukraine,
Volodymyr Zelensky argued that unless Russia is stopped, its aggression won't end with Ukraine.
Look, for the first time in modern history, we have a real chance to end the aggression on the terms of the nation which was attacked.
Zelensky is set to visit the White House and Capitol Hill later this week as Congress weighs President Biden's request for an additional $24 billion in aid. Some in the Republican Party are questioning whether it makes sense to continue funding the Ukrainian effort. Michael George, CBS News, the United Nations.
And President Biden is the only leader from the 5 nations with permanent seats on the powerful UN Security Council to speak before the Assembly this year.
The heads of China and Russia, as well as the leaders of U.S. allies France and Britain, all decided to skip the event.
During his speech, President Biden expressed his support for expanding the membership of the Security Council.
Some four-legged friends are lending an ear to young readers at a library in Washington, D.C. The therapy dogs are paired with kids to ease their anxiety and encourage them to open up. A lot of studies have now shown the presence of a dog can improve reading proficiency and cognitive performance.
She's quite a shy kid, but it seems like when she started reading and talking to the puppies, she started to take some initiative. So it's really nice to see her open up just a little bit.
It's just been a really sweet exchange, you know, to be able to see what an impact just the simple presence of one animal can do for children.
The dogs are part of a program called People Animals Love, or PAL. Mika's owner says her dog has been volunteering to help children read for 8 years now, and she's garnered a group of devoted fans.
Something special about a dog.
I know, that's why we like to have the news hounds here. It increases reading ability, which
well, we need that.
Yes.
I'll bring them right in. Still to come at 4, looking for an easy, healthy after-school snack.
Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council is here with a great recipe for you to try, maybe for dinner tonight. That's when Live at 4 continues.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World, your locally owned and nationally known remodeler. Experience customer care and appreciation like you deserve with a family-owned small business located right here in Madison.
Let us prove to you that comfort and quality are affordable with a new patio door installed starting at $3,400.
For the best windows, the best install, and the best price, call Window World today.
Why choose between a longer life or quality of life? You deserve both. And with Kisqali, a treatment for people with metastatic breast cancer, you can have both. Kisqali is a pill that, when taken with an aromatase inhibitor, is the only treatment of its kind shown to both help people live longer and improve or preserve quality of life. Because you shouldn't have to sacrifice one for the other. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Live longer and live well. Ask about Kisqali, and long live you.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. Fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Want it? Here's the number.
Call 833-784-4999 to get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
Which helps me run all of this easily. Kids checkups, scheduled. Work, bust. Treat dispenser, treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer. Work.
Switch to Spectrum One. 300 megabit internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security.
Spectrum One. Gets it done.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-784-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a store today.
Fall is the best time to plant grass seed, and Menards is here to help. Midwest Master is a premium all-purpose blend that starts fast and blends well into existing lawns. A 15-pound bag covers up to 3,750 square feet and is $39.99 after rebate. Help prepare your lawn for winter dormancy and a healthy spring with premium fall lawn food fertilizer. A 17-pound bag covers up to 5,000 square feet and is now $12.50 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
The Badger football team starts Big Ten play off this week at an unusual time. The game is Friday night at 6 p.m.
They'll face off against the Boilermakers of Purdue at Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette. And this week on Wisconsin Huddle, guest host Travis Beckham sat down with sports director Zach Hanley to preview the Purdue game. Beckham was a star tight end for the Badgers and later won a Super Bowl with the New York Giants. Beckham says he's excited for this Badger team.
And I'm super pumped for the potential. Tanner Mordecai is throwing the ball around, playing really well. It almost seems as if we've been a second-half team, which we're going to need to start quicker when we start playing our Big Ten play. So it's early again, and I don't know if we've established our identity thus far.
The Wisconsin Huddle will be on at a special time this week due to the Friday night game. Catch the show right here on Channel 3 at 11:30 Saturday morning.
Minivans, of course, are very popular with parents, but new research shows they may come up short at protecting passengers in the back seat. In this new round of crash tests, 4 makers of minivans were smashed into a barrier at 40 miles per hour. The vehicles did a very good job at protecting the front row, but all of them received a low grade when it came to back seat safety. The group found the seat belts in the back either put too much pressure on the chest or they slid up, increasing the risk of abdominal injuries.
So a pre-tensioner tightens the belt on the occupant, coupling them to the vehicle and helping them ride down the crash, and the load limiter reduces the forces on the chest.
The IIHS emphasizes that those improvements can make these vehicles even safer.
And they're minivans. There's people in the back seat.
Right. Yeah, always.
Well, stocks edge lower as the decision from the Feds on interest rates comes out tomorrow. The Dow Industrials fell 106 points, closing at 34,517. The Nasdaq off 32. The S&P 500 was down 9.5.
Well, back to school season, of course, now busy time of year. It marks a time to get back to some routines,
including healthier eating habits that fuel strong minds and bodies. Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council is here, and we got some jars to make today.
Hi, Angie.
We do. You guys are going to do the cooking today.
Okay.
So this is going to be my favorite segment.
Yeah, good stuff.
But you're going to tell us what to do.
I'm going to tell you what to do.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I kind of got like it's a meal prep recipe. We're going to make 4 quart jars full of like a miso steak ramen soup. So, you know, maybe not optimal for the little ones, but like maybe older kids that have access to a microwave at school.
Okay.
You just need to put in a couple cups of boiling water right when you're going to have lunch. So, let's start with you guys making your jars. So we're going to start with a little beef base at the bottom, so like some beef bouillon.
Okay.
And then we're going to put in a little kimchi.
Ooh, that's what's so fragrant out
yes.
here.
Yes, I got mild.
How much do we want?
Do like a quarter cup.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know what a
just
quarter
so everybody
cup is.
can see it at home.
Yeah, eyeball it. You're good. Well, we just got to make sure everything fits in the jar mark. So that's good.
Got a little extra here.
Couple drops of sesame oil. I got a little toasted sesame oil. There you go.
I love it. That's good stuff.
Yeah, and then I got a little minute miso. The recipe on the website calls for like red miso paste. My supermarket didn't have it, so I kind of punted and grabbed this. I'm just gonna, it goes fast. A teaspoon.
I thought we were making this.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I jumped in. Now you do the steak. So I've got top sirloin steak. So I went ahead, I grilled it ahead of time yesterday, sliced it up. I just did a little salt and pepper, a little steak seasoning. Now these would be fun, like if you have leftover steak and maybe if you have some of these ingredients, you cook this way anyway, throw this together for the next day for lunch.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that's good. About a quarter of it. One top sirloin steak, you know, is usually like a little over a pound, so it's perfect for servings for the jars. Okay, then spinach. So it says about a half of a cup.
We're all family here.
There you go. Yeah, go ahead.
And then some mushrooms, and I got some cute little mini button mushrooms I just washed and sliced in half. So some mushrooms.
So you can help?
Here, yeah, I'll help you.
A quarter cup of carrot, and then green onion. Of course, you can be flexible with all the veggies.
Okay.
And then 2 packs of ramens in the recipe, so 1/2 of each package. So that's a half a pack of ramen. So you put them in, like break it up, but you put them in just out of the package. So hard, cold. And then
fun fact, I've never had ramen noodles in my life.
This is Mark's first ramen.
You've never eaten ramen noodles ever in your life.
They were introduced in the U.S., I looked it up, in 1973. So they weren't widespread until like the early 80s. Well, I was out of college in 78. It's a college food, right?
It is a big time. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so let's say next day lunch, I'm at work, I'm at school.
Fast forward.
2 cups of boiling water. Put that in, and then you're gonna put the lid back on and let it set 5 minutes, because then your ramens will cook, your veggies will get kind of nice and hot, your beef's already cooked, but it'll get hot, and then your bouillon will, and miso and kimchi.
So this is how it ends up.
Yes, I put water on this before we went on air. Kind of stir it or shake it up. Still pretty hot. And then bowl it up. It does make a lot, you know, it's a quart jar
That's
full,
a lot.
so you might, I mean, maybe 2 lunches, but yeah, kind of a nice, fun steak ramen soup.
And you used the beef bouillon. You didn't use the flavor packet in the ramen packet,
I didn't.
right?
It says to
Comes with a flavor
not
packet?
use the flavor pack, but you know what? You could try that because I bought the beef flavor. You could put the beef flavor pack in there. I don't know why not, so try it.
Here we go.
Okay.
First time in my life.
Hopefully they got cooked through.
Well.
Okay.
Aren't they good?
So, DIY beef ramen noodle jars, and then also this month when you click on As Seen on TV on the website, I've got links to a lot of just super easy 30-minute meals, perfect for this time of year, back to school time when we're all crazy in sports. And
yes.
This is a great idea.
This is a
watching
great
football
idea.
games.
Beeftips.com.
Yeah, beeftips.com. Check it out.
Okay, are you a convert? Are you going to go home and make some ramen?
They're fine. I'm not sure what all the
Well, you
excitement's
can
about.
scratch that one off the bucket list,
All right.
Mark. Well done.
We did s'mores now, and now this.
Okay.
We're good.
Living dangerously. Thank you, Angie.
United Nations building in New York, maybe one of the most secure buildings in the world.
Still to come tonight at 4, we get a rare behind-the-scenes look at the security detail to keep ambassadors from around the world safe. We'll be right back.
Mark, a little help here?
Oh, keep it down. The noise is making them angry.
Whoa. Hey, I'm not a beekeeper, but I can replace these windows fast.
Feldco will be here for your home renewal needs. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free, plus no interest until 2025. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Here's your parachute.
Certain it's okay? Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, so congratulate coworkers or say thank you with promotional products from 4imprint.com.
For imprint, for certain.
I suffer with psoriatic arthritis and psoriasis. I was on a journey for a really long time to find some relief. Cosentyx works for me.
Cosentyx helps real people get real relief from the symptoms of psoriatic arthritis or psoriasis, serious allergic reactions, severe skin reactions that look like eczema, and an increased risk of infections, some fatal, have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen.
I move so much better because of Cosentyx.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
Known as a loving parent. Known for lessons that matter. Known for being a free spirit. No one wants to be known for cancer, but a treatment can be. Keytruda is known to treat cancer, FDA approved for 16 types of cancer. One of those cancers is advanced non-squamous, non-small cell lung cancer, where Keytruda is approved to be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment if you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene.
Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, receive chest radiation, or have a nervous system problem.
Depending on the type of cancer, Keytruda may be used alone or in combination with other treatments, and is also being studied in hundreds of clinical trials exploring ways to treat even more types of cancer. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. See all the types of cancer Keytruda is known for at Keytruda.com and ask your doctor if Keytruda could be right for you.
This is Matt Gunderson. We recently celebrated the life of Margaret, who never let a cookie jar run empty. Her service was cookie-themed, with everyone enjoying her tasty treats. Allow us to personalize every detail of a life well lived.
Take a look at this.
Yes, I'd like a cup for my alpaca, please. Thank you.
This pair of pals surprised baristas at a Starbucks drive-thru in River Falls, Wisconsin. Video of Oliver the alpaca's adventure to the coffee shop has millions of views on TikTok. His owner, Carrie Hardick, says she's using the attention to help educate the public about the woolly animals.
Oh, that's so cute.
I didn't know they liked the pup cup, but alpaca, all right.
That's great.
Ahoy, matey. Arg. Are you looking for a little fun? You best know some
That's not too awkward.
English because today's Talk Like a Pirate Day. Take it away, Susan.
Now, you don't need to hold a pirate parade like this one to celebrate. Shiver me timbers, that is commitment.
It is.
Now, this idea, believe it or not, was born nearly 30 years ago when two friends on a racquetball court started ribbing each other in pirate slang. And then it went around the world. Now, look at this.
Where is this?
I don't know. Don't worry, neither of them had to walk the plank. See? Anything can go viral at any time.
That's pretty amazing. All right. Let's leave it there. All right, some rain this morning and more to come, perhaps.
More to come, and we could reach 80. Actually, I think La Crosse was reaching 80 up there, too, so I think we got that coming. But we do have more rain. Unfortunately, the first fall weekend does look kind of wet and unsettled. I'll break all that down after the break.
The new T-Box event and dining room with private bar is there waiting for you at Vitense Golfland. 2 large HD TVs are available for viewing, meetings, and casual gatherings. Private bar is available for any type of event. No meeting can compare with adding activities at Vitense Golfland. Enjoy indoor-outdoor miniature golf suites, and golf and multi-sport simulators. Add chocolate shop ice cream. As our sign says, ice cream solves everything. Infuse life and fun into your meetings and events at Vitense Golfland.
You got me.
Tag, you're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Anybody that knows me here knows that I'm always focused on the customer first. I want to make sure that we don't have to worry about this door next year, the year after that. I'm not an actor at all. Here, Precision, we're here for you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
We're cranking up the voltage, Wisconsin. Lottery retailers all around the state are lighting up with the latest limited time offer. During September, there is a 1 in 3 chance the lightning ball strikes a set of 2 plays on Megabucks. When it does, players get an extra number, which means better odds of winning a prize. Jackpot not included. This electric offer is only available for a limited time and only at Wisconsin lottery retailers.
My name is Kyla Engelke. I'm a cement mason by trade. All the road builders are insanely busy right now. If someone comes in wanting or needing a job, we've got them. The infrastructure law that Joe Biden got passed is putting people back to work. Look at all of the bridges, look at all of the roadways, look at all of the people that are working. All of that's pretty awesome. To have a president like Joe Biden that's fighting for good jobs, it's huge.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, and a reminder what we're keeping an eye on tonight really is that thunderstorm complex down in Iowa. Pretty much everything is sagged southward, but that one we're keeping an eye on is it may push further north towards tomorrow morning. The one up to the north there, that should stay up to the north, but that's what we're kind of eyeing for at least the next 24 hours to see. That'll produce more showers and thunderstorms. At least get it up close to the area. Timing it out overnight, at least far southern areas may see some of those showers and maybe a thunderstorm approach after 3. If anything gets to Dane County, it's going to be probably around 5 to 7 a.m. as it spreads north. Once again, a lot of this should be staying south, but there is a chance that some of this will spread up for the morning commute. Won't be anywhere near that we saw this morning with the widespread rainfall. You see temperatures in the upper 50s near 60. So it will be a cloudy, mild morning and maybe a little rain shower, especially for Monroe, Janesville, maybe down to Platteville and then further south if you're heading that way. Something to keep in mind for tomorrow. Otherwise, what we're looking at the big picture-wise is I already mentioned the rain tomorrow. We got the rain Thursday night through Tuesday. Quite a long stretch of it because we have a complex system that's coming through. But right now, the best chance looks to be Saturday night and Sunday. We'll have to really fine-tune that as we get closer. Otherwise, temperatures mid-70s to low 80s through Saturday. Going to be fairly mild. Average temperature right now is around 70 or low 70s. We'll cool off a little bit by the end of the weekend and next week, but overall still remaining close to average. So really no hot or cool conditions to be expected. Big picture shows here's that wave we're watching right there. Otherwise, here's the system out to the west. It's going to be really deepening out there and providing all our weather eventually. Thursday, we're going to watch a little bit of a wave. You can see it kind of rotate up here from the north. That could provide an opportunity for a shower storm Thursday. But the big picture comes really as we go into Friday and Saturday. As this low begins to emerge in the plains, you're going to see wave after wave come up. One comes through Friday and Saturday. Another one develops out to the west and then lifts north too. That's probably our best chance. Probably it's one's going to be the closest, strongest of the system, push through Saturday night into Sunday. That'll linger all the way, maybe potentially into Sunday. So there's going to be a wave after wave of it. But there will be dry periods in between, but something we'll keep an eye on. So really, like I said, it's going to be a wet weekend. So for some, it could be more or less. As that pushes up, we'll continue with the cloud cover. Overall, the excessive rainfall, we're not going to see much Thursday, Friday, but you look towards Saturday to Sunday, significant rainfall potentially just to our west. We got a slight chance that will expand into the area through Sunday, but right now just to our west could be some excessive rainfall, and that could lead to some issues with flash flooding out there, even though the drought condition goes on. Severe risk with that. There is some opportunity as we get closer to it, but I think really that's going to be the time frame when we get towards Saturday night into Sunday. We'll have to keep an eye and see how close it gets, but something to stay tuned for it. Details. Otherwise, the rainfall that we're looking at, as I told you, there's some significant rain that could come out right where that is, 2 to 3 inches plus potentially with that system as it kind of is stalled out or very slow progressing. Right, it stretches into in our area. We could get 1 to 2. Once again, it depends how close this goes. Some indications that it could dive south and they'll miss us altogether. Some could lift it north and come right through the area. So there's a lot of uncertainty, but it will be wet. Just how much wet really is yet to be determined. So something to keep in mind for outdoor plans. Definitely plan for rain on Saturday or Sunday, but it may not be all day of a washout that we're looking at. Overall, the severe threat, I mentioned that. Here's the one that we're looking at from Saturday. We do have a probable potential. Now, this is 4 to 5 days out, but it is a potential that we'll have to keep in mind. If this system does get closer to us and they can push into the area, we could see a severe threat comes late Saturday, maybe Saturday night, but that's what we're going to see. Overall tonight, upper 50s, low 60s with a rain chance coming for far southern areas. Tomorrow, could be a lot of 80s out there. Just depends on cloud cover that goes on. Upper 70s to near 80, a shower storm in the morning. Otherwise, it should be fairly nice. But once again, we could top 80 in a few spots. That'll happen probably once again, maybe Friday and Saturday. But the shower and thunderstorm chance does start increasing as we go towards Saturday and especially Sunday into Monday. Overall temperatures then drop off a little bit, but stay seasonable pretty much for the time next week. So if you have plans this weekend, something to avoid. I know we don't have no Badger game home. I think the Packers are home Sunday, so that could be a wet one too. And Friday night football, a little too early, but it could be wet too. So.
All right, we need the rain.
We need the rain. Unfortunately, it is harvest time, so you don't want a lot of it at the same time, right. But I think we will get some.
Okay, thank you, Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
Well, as we reported earlier, President Biden addressed the U.S. General Assembly in New York today and also met with the leaders of Israel and Brazil.
Thursday, he meets with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky back in Washington.
John Miller was given rare behind-the-scenes access to see how law enforcement prepares for an event as big as the General Assembly.
This is a national special security event. We have 170 or so protectees, foreign heads of state that are here with their spouses that we're responsible for protecting. And I think in the last 10 years, it is the largest United Nations General Assembly that we've hosted.
Kimberly Cheadle is the director of the U.S. Secret Service, the agency that protects the President of the United States, but is also responsible for protecting every world leader attending the United Nations General Assembly. The NYPD is a key partner with resources on the ground, in the sky, and on the water to protect what is annually the largest gathering of world leaders anywhere on the planet. 151 heads of state, 41 foreign ministers, that's nearly 200 security details.
Their job is to discuss the future of our world, and our job is to make sure they can do it without disruption.
At a pier in Brooklyn, 315 police cars are gathered to be deployed in the motorcades that will run through the city day and night. That means traffic closures, frozen zones, and detours in a city that's already snarled with traffic on a good day.
That's a lot of choreography.
A lot of choreography, but we dance well. We have our federal partners, our intelligence bureau, constantly monitoring threats. And quite frankly, it's New York City. We're always at a threat level, one way or the other. And we're always prepared to move and to protect this city.
FDR southbound.
At the NYPD's command center, police access feeds from thousands of cameras, hundreds of license plate readers, even a map that tracks flight patterns, an early warning system in case a plane goes off course. And if there's an incident or attack...
Immediately, this room, as you can see, through its ability through all our cameras and all our technology, would immediately be pumping information out to our incident commanders in the field, as well as keeping the top level, the executives at NYP, informed.
Between Park and 3rd.
At the Secret Service, a protective intelligence cell scans all active threats, not just to the President of the United States, but against any of the world leaders under their protection in New York.
So we're looking at the technological aspect of it, we're looking at the cyber aspect of it, and then we're looking at the human threat itself.
They have planned and practiced for every scenario: chemical weapons, biological attacks, even a nuclear device coming into the harbor on a ship. This NYPD counterterrorism launch is equipped with advanced radiation detection technology.
So this vessel is part of our fleet with our maritime unit. We actually have 3 vessels. This vessel has radiation detection equipment in the bow of the vessel that will be able to detect any radiation emanating off of any objects. The strategy is to be able to detect any anomalies and to be able to address that and to check it out and see what it is and make sure everyone in the area is safe. We want to do that as far out as possible so that we can get a jump on anything and be able to clear the area, shut down the waterways, anything that we may have to do to neutralize the threat.
Wow.
That's a lot.
It's reassuring, though.
It is reassuring. It's interesting to see the command center behind the scenes.
Yeah, it really is. Well, coming up next here on Live at 4, we have laundry tips for rookies and even some tips for the more experienced.
Yes, get your college students gathered around the set. And then coming up next hour at 5, our Will Keneally breaks down the struggles of rural child care centers ahead of a special session tomorrow in the state legislature. We'll have that story coming up at 5.
Did you get hit with big energy bills this summer? You aren't alone, and we want to help. Because if your house was hot this summer, it's going to be cold this winter. And heating and cooling is by far the biggest energy user in your home. That's why our foam insulation is such a great investment. Our best offer of the year just ended August 31st. But to help you get ready for winter, we're going to extend it until September 22nd. When we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
Did you know most dish soaps don't remove all the grease, even with scrubbing?
What? I just cleaned them.
Try Dawn Platinum. It removes 99% of grease and food residue. That's why Dawn is trusted to save wildlife affected by oil. Dawn Platinum cleans to the squeak.
Try killing bugs the worry-free way. Not the other way. Zevo traps use light to attract and trap flying insects with no odor and no mess. They work continuously, so you don't have to. Zevo, people-friendly, bug-deadly.
You got me. Tag, you're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. For the guarantee of high-quality promotional items delivered on time, go to 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Ivisia Dry Eye Drops. Made with hydrating polymers, moisturizing hyaluronic acid, and revitalizing trehalose for instant dryness relief that lasts up to 8 hours. Ivisia, we see a better way.
Did you know that Wisconsin Vision offers telehealth eye exams? I just scheduled my telehealth eye exam easily on their website. Once in store, a tech helps get me started and then pre-checks my eyes. See my eye on the screen? Then I have my telehealth eye exam virtually with a licensed optometrist on the TV.
Everything looks great, Kate. You're going to love your new prescription.
Ask about our $69 eye exam. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
The Chevy RS family of SUVs has it all. Whether you want the 10.2-inch diagonal color touchscreen on the Chevy Blazer or extra peace of mind with Chevy Safety Assist standard on the 2023 Chevy family of SUVs. So take your pick. The choice is yours. Get 2.1% financing on select popular Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, make no monthly payments for 90 days. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
New at 5, it's been 5 years since the Paradigm shooting shook our community. We'll explore how the response to workplace shootings has evolved since then, what steps companies are taking to keep their employees safe.
We have several chances of rain to end this week and begin next week. We also are going to see pretty warm temperatures. I'll have more details at 5.
And ahead at 6, News 3 Now dives deep into the struggles of rural childcare. Ahead of the special session, we look at current practices tonight at 6.
Okay. Let's give the weather satellite a spin. We end up in Sacramento, California. The river there's 78 degrees. I never think of Sacramento being on water.
No, it's true. Yeah, that's a good point. Beautiful city.
Yeah, it's pretty. Well, the internet is full of laundry hacks, but like a lot of stuff online, some of those supposed tips and tricks are clickbait. Even worse, some of their helpful advice might even harm your clothes or your washer and dryer.
Consumer Reports laundry experts reveal tested tips to live by. Our Shane Hogan has the details.
For Consumer Reports' Rich Handel, laundry isn't just his job, it's a way of life.
I'm the person that does the laundry at home. My general advice, always check your washer's manual and look at the care labels on your clothes.
After that, Rich says, remember this one don't. Never use anything other than a dedicated laundry detergent in your washing machine. That goes for vinegar, liquid soap, and dish detergent. Vinegar can damage the rubber seals and hoses in some washing machines, and dish soap?
And you'll just end up with a huge sudsy mess in your machine.
Instead, follow these simple tips to keep your clothes and your washer in shape. Always add the correct amount of detergent. That's about 1.5 ounces or 3 tablespoons. Too much can leave a residue on your clothes and in your machine, which can actually reduce its cleaning capabilities. And always separate your lights from darks.
You always wash your whites together, but if you have a white item that's stained, do that separately, pre-clean it.
And keep heavy fabrics separate from lightweight fabrics. You don't want your jeans beating up your delicates. Also, always pre-treat stains.
Whenever you're dealing with a stain, pre-treat it. Put it in the wash. Check it when it comes out of the wash. Make sure you removed all of the stain, because if you put it in the dryer, it will set that stain, making it very difficult to remove.
You can also use your laundry detergent as a stain pre-treatment. In CR's test, the top liquid detergents, Tide Ultra Plus Stain Release and Persil Pro Clean Stain Fighter, both earned excellent scores for pre-treating stains. And one last tip, save money and skip the fabric softener. It can leave a layer of residue on your clothes, irritate sensitive skin, and reduce the absorption of your towels. This is Shane Hogan.
Well, I've never.
Well, you just throw it in and press the button, right?
Heavy load,
yeah.
Walk away. 2 hours later, the buzzer goes off. As of today, the new COVID vaccine is ready to go into arms.
We will find out everything you need to know about the vaccine and who should get it when Live at 4 continues. Stay with us.
Construction invites you to usher in the fall season with our exclusive fall sale. We're talking about savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 4 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our fall savings. Save 23% off gutters with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Your heart is the beat of life. If you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor if Entresto is right for you.
In 2007, we felt called to start a church right in our living room. We knew that in order for our church to grow, we were going to have to get more wisdom in the area of financial planning.
Thrivent helped us to get on solid footing so that we could take steps to help others. Now we spend more time helping our community.
Every year, we're touching more and more lives with Thrive and Sell.
Here's your parachute.
Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. Like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable, rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com calls Honda the best value brand. Car and Driver calls Honda the winningest brand in 10 Best history. But we like ruggability, and you'll like the incredifantabulous deals, so see your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin.
This is the house that angels built. Attic Angels Senior Living Community is built on a foundation of authentic, local care, a framework for living well, windows to take in the beautiful future, and it's crowned by the pride that one's home is one's castle. This is the house that angels built. Attic Angel Community. Independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living, built with the help of angels.
Overall, pretty good with traffic. No incidents, no disabled vehicles to speak of. Actually, traffic volume across the southern Beltway is actually pretty good right now. Go to Verona. Basically, the construction area is just a normal slowdown. Up to the north, we're looking actually pretty clear too. And down to the south, Janesville, no issues to speak of too. And for your, and obviously going up to north. For your fall color report, just a few counties out there with color right now. We're getting into the season. I know the UP is up to about 25 to 50%. And if you go up north of Minneapolis, you also get up to about 50% peak cover. Expect this to change fairly quickly as we enter the final week of September.
All right, Greg, thank you. Well, the TikTok craze of cheese stretching, which I never heard of, came to Somerset in England when chip company Doritos pulled off their own stunt. A helicopter pilot managed to dip a large nacho into a special cheese blend nestled inside a 14-foot-high pile of nachos and cheese, and then stretched the cheese 49 feet. 49 feet without it snapping. The display took over a month of planning and preparations with combined help of cheese scientists, experienced helicopter pilots, and the local team on the ground in the Cheddar Gorge.
That was a replica plate of nachos.
Yes. I didn't know what word I was trying to type.
Still, that's pretty impressive.
49 feet.
Yeah.
That's a big stretch. Well, coming in, starting today, updated COVID vaccines are now available.
The new shots come as COVID cases and hospitalizations are increasing and the respiratory virus season is picking up. The latest data from the CDC shows more than 20,000 hospital admissions for COVID in the first week of September. That is up 7.7% from the previous week. For the first time, vaccines for all 3 of the major respiratory viruses, COVID, flu, and RSV, are available this fall.
Not only will it save you time, but it takes 2 weeks for the vaccines to start working. So you'll be fully covered by the time the season really hits.
Updated COVID shots will be covered for most people through private insurance. But if you're uninsured or you can't afford one, you can get the latest vaccine free of charge under the new federal Bridge Access program that starts in October.
The boosters, the ones that are out today, are strongly recommended for people who are at high risk.
So what are the latest guidelines? UW Health's Dr. Bill Hartman is back with us again. Bill, good to see you in the studio
Dr.
again.
Hartman, good to see you.
Are we seeing an uptick in COVID around Dane County?
We're seeing an uptick of COVID everywhere. There's cases, anecdotally, everyone knows people that are surrounding them right now that have COVID, and it's something that we're seeing in our community at a very high level.
What is the dominant strain that's going on
The dominant strain right now is EG5, which is an Omicron subvariant. Will it be competed out by other strains? It remains to be seen. It's been pretty strong for a little bit yet. The symptoms that it's causing, mostly a sore throat followed by nasal congestion, so it's a milder form of COVID than what we've seen in the past, but still something that we want to be protected against.
And this new vaccine will cover that. Who should get the new vaccine?
So The vaccine is approved for everyone 6 months and older, but I think we have to prioritize the people that need it the most. So that the elderly people, people that are living in nursing homes, and people who are immune compromised. And so people who can't fight off the infection as well on their own. And so I think that these people, it's really a priority for. Everyone else is probably a good idea for.
A lot of people, 75% of people, according to the CDC, did not get the last bivalent booster. So do you have to do these in order, or if you want to be protected now, you can get this booster right now?
No, you can get this booster right now. The bivalent booster, I believe, has been stopped in production, and the only one that you can get is the new monovalent one versus one of the Omicron subvariants. And so even if you haven't had a shot since the initial series, you'll be fine to get this one.
And it's best to pair it with the flu shot, perhaps?
I think so. Right now, the RSV vaccine, the flu vaccine, and the COVID vaccine are all available. You can get all three together, but probably get the flu and the COVID together, and then a couple weeks later, go ahead and get the RSV one.
If you have COVID tests at home that you have from the last round of this, do they still work, and are they still accurate?
We hope that they're still accurate. The FDA is actually looking at these tests right now to see whether or not they can extend the active dates on them. But if they are expired, your best bet, if you really want to know whether or not you have COVID, is to get a new test from your Walgreens.
The new test will detect the new variant that's going around?
It'll still detect COVID. It goes to a certain epitope on the virus itself, so it'll detect COVID. It doesn't necessarily tell you which variant you have.
Yeah.
All right, time to roll up the sleeves again.
Here we go.
Time of year. Doctor, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Dr. Hartman. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Save 11% on Menard's unbeatable selection of Atlas roofing products. Castlebrook, Briarwood, and Pinnacle shingles feature a limited lifetime warranty, up to 130-mile-per-hour wind warranty, and a super wide design for fast installation. Choose from 20 styles in stock, ready to take home today. Atlas shingles are made to protect and designed to impress. Save 11% on all Atlas shingles right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Here's your parachute.
Certain it's okay? Are you for Imprint certain?
Certainty matters, so congratulate coworkers or say thank you with promotional products from 4imprint.com.
For Imprint, for certain.
Here's why you should make your next roof a metal roof from Sweeto Metal Roofing. We specialize in residential metal roofing, so you can be sure your new metal roof will look beautiful. And not only will it look beautiful when it's new,
your maintenance-free Sweeto Metal roof will look great for decades to come,
with no need for expensive upkeep or repairs.
Best of all, when you call Sweeto Metal Roofing, you'll speak directly with Mike and Mary Sweeta. So make your next roof
a metal roof
from Sweeto Metal Roofing.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
New at 5, it's been 5 years since the paradigm shooting shook our community. We'll explore how the response to workplace shootings has evolved since then, what steps companies are taking to keep their employees safe. That's coming up next.
Wisconsin's newest and most exclusive sports show, Wisconsin Huddle. It's a dynamic 30-minute weekly special produced for the die-hard fans of Wisconsin athletics. Watch Wisconsin Huddle Friday nights at 6:30. Brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Yeah, we're looking at a few showers late tonight and tomorrow. Once again, won't be anything like that we saw this morning, but we could have some for your morning commute and in the afternoon. Once again, warm tomorrow. Could be 80 in many locations, and we have more storms coming Thursday and definitely more on Friday. We'll break that down as we get closer to the event. Otherwise, tonight we'll get down to about 59 or 60 degrees. That rain chance comes late, probably 3 to 4, and once again, better shot if you go further south of Madison towards the Illinois state line. Otherwise, when we look out the rain chances, they do ramp up. We're really eyeing that Friday through Sunday time frame, especially as we get to Saturday night into Sunday. We'll break that down a little closer as we get to event, but definitely plan on a wet weekend. There will be some dry periods with temperatures back into the 70s.
All right, Greg, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, the Fed's inflation interest rates. We'll find out how they all affect you.
And this is a hilarious story you will not want to miss. It's a hair-raising tale at picture day at school, no less. The bang fail and the blame game afterwards.
She did it.
Jeannie Mose will have that story coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World, your locally owned and nationally known remodeler. Experience customer care and appreciation like you deserve with a family-owned small business located right here in Madison.
Let us prove to you that comfort and quality are affordable with any size double-hung window installed starting at $608.
For the best windows, the best install, and the best price, call Window World today.
Special report. Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are!
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile with no contract. Call 1-833-743-4999.
The Coopers here just got Spectrum One. Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection. Look, with Spectrum Internet, I can stream Spectrum News across all our devices.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats, keeping our family and devices safe and secure.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
And it includes nationwide 5G.
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile with the fastest wireless speeds. Call 1-833-743-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
We do it right. Always on your side. I'm here for you, for what you need. To lend a helping hand when you wake up, just know that we're always there.
Dean Health Plan by Medica, right here with you.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So let's gear up for it with an SUV like the Ford Bronco Sport. It has a terrain management system with 5 standard GOAT modes, so you can go over any type of terrain. Plus, 4x4 capability is standard across the entire lineup. Be adventure ready with Ford Bronco Sport. Choose FlexBuy on Bronco Sport and get 3.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $500 FlexBuy cash, only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
In today's Final Touch, we're not really sure what to make of this.
We've heard of people wrestling for a seat on a plane or a train, but then there's this. Japanese pro wrestlers trading the ring for the Shinkansen, and on the train they battled one of Japan's super bullet trains. Tokyo-based DDT Pro Wrestling organized the match, with the group renting out an entire car on the train operated by JR Central. Miyuro Suzuki and Sanshiro Tagaki, both established pro wrestlers, brawled in the aisles with chokeholds and flipped bodies as delighted passengers cheered and took cell phone videos. JR Central says there were 75 passengers aboard the train going from Tokyo to Nagora. The tickets were sold out 30 minutes after going on sale.
And now they all have a great video and story to tell.
So that wasn't just 2 passengers fighting.
Maybe it was. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 2 Now at 5 starts right now.